Subscribe to Smartphone Tutorials by clicking on the subscribe button, and do remember to click on the notification bell icon to get instant notifications.
Now this is not a review for the Samsung Galaxy S8, this is not a review for the OnePlus 5T. I've owned these two devices for a very short time to be reviewing them. Yes, I did have the OnePlus 5T for about say 10 days and I really loved what they've done with their phone already. But then again, we're going to do this comparison from a normal person's point of view, not from a YouTube channel's point of view. We're going to talk about real life experiences. We're going to divide this particular video in 5 different parts. We're going to talk about the software updates for both the phones. We're going to talk about the software experience. We're going to talk about the camera, the display, and one of the most important things, battery life. Now these are the 5 things that we will be covering, but then again, one very important aspect that we're going to talk about towards the end of this video is the pricing for both the phones. Hello awesome people, welcome to Smartphone Tutorials, and let's start the comparison between the flagship killer and the flagship, the 5T versus the Galaxy S8. First thing that we're going to talk about is the software experience. Now, as you know, you get a near stock Android experience on the OnePlus device compared to all the other phones. For example, the Galaxy S8 runs a TouchWiz UI, which is brilliant in every aspect, but then again, in my experience of the last 2 to 3 days, I did notice a few lags, I did notice a couple of force closures. Now that didn't happen with the 5T. In no way this review is going to be biased, or this comparison is going to be biased for the 5T. Of course I have a soft corner because I love that phone, but then again, the Samsung Galaxy S8 has managed to impress me in more than one ways. Now the second thing that we're going to talk about after the software experience is software updates. Now as you know, OnePlus is dead fast when it comes to software updates, whereas Samsung does update its flagship phones for a year or two, but then again, after that, it lags behind. If you look at the 3 and 3T, it recently got the Oreo update, and I'm sure it should get 8.1 as well. Nonetheless, the software experience on both the phones is amazing. But when it comes to fluidity and speed, I will give it to the OnePlus 3T. But if you're looking at features, if you're looking at a more cartoonish or colorful interface with a lot of features like Samsung Pay, lot of customizable themes and whatnot, you have to give it to TouchWiz. TouchWiz has evolved over the years. It is a very light skin right now, and you don't have a lot of bloatware, which is something I really like. I've got to give it to Samsung for the optimization of TouchWiz on the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now this is an initial impression of 1 or 2 days of use of the Galaxy S8, so I won't be elaborating much. If you guys want me to review both the devices for a week and compare them head on, you can let me know in the comment section, but I will keep it short in this video and give you the initial impressions. Talking about the next step is going to be the camera. Now that is a very strong point when it comes to Samsung devices. From the time I've been using the Note 8, after the Galaxy S8, before I got the 5T, I'm mighty impressed. I'm yet to get my hands on the Google Pixel XL 2 as well as the iPhone X, which are supposed to be one of the best camera phones of 2017. Talking about OnePlus 5T and the Galaxy S8, hands down, without a dual camera, the Galaxy S8 has the best camera on a smartphone in 2017 if we leave these 3 phones out of comparison. The pictures are very clear, the video quality is awesome. With that said, it doesn't mean that the OnePlus 5T is a slouch either. Packing dual lens cameras and targeted towards low light photography, it's a brilliant device when it comes to photography as well, but somewhere it lacks when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now one of the most important features that we're going to talk about is that beautiful screen. That is the reason you buy these phones these days. I would say for me, 60 or 70% of the reason why I want to buy a phone mainly depends on the display. Yes, the battery life is important. Yes, the software experience is important. But then again, that display is something you're going to look at the entire day. From the time you start your day till the time you get back home and you stop using your phone. That display is mighty important, and I've got to give it to Samsung. They have been pioneers in OLED or AMOLED technology. Now the OnePlus 5T also has one of the best displays in 2017, but then again, when it comes to resolution options, you have to give it to the Galaxy S8. When it comes to punchy colors, you have to give it to the Galaxy S8. Nonetheless, the OnePlus 5T has a brilliant display, but then again, when it comes to the display, the Galaxy S8 wins. A very important aspect for me is battery life. I don't like charging my phone again and again, and back in the day, say about a month back, when I was using the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4 with a 4100 mAh battery, I used to charge it overnight and then I used to go around the day without charging it. But then again, when it comes to flagships, they come with a very efficient chip like the Snapdragon 835 or the Exynos, which are built on the 10 nanometer process. They're very power efficient, but when it comes to the form factor, Samsung had to compromise. They have given a 3000 mAh battery for a 5.8 inch curved display compared to a 6.01 inch display on the OnePlus 5T, which comes with a 3300 mAh battery. Now that is one story of it. Optimization, you can leave it aside. We come to charging the phones, and that is where OnePlus shines the most. You cannot charge a phone faster than a OnePlus 5T. Yes, the Samsung Galaxy S8 does have fast charging, but then again, once you're used to the fast charging on the OnePlus 5T, the Galaxy S8 just lags behind. For comparison, the Galaxy S8 gave me 3 hours of screen on time in my usage, and the OnePlus 5T easily exceeded 6 hours. So when it comes to the battery life, you have to give it to the OnePlus 5T. Now to wrap this video up and to give you an overview of what exactly I experienced, we're going to talk about the price. Now the OnePlus 5T that I'm looking at is 38,000 rupees. Yes, of course, let's look at the top end variant. 38,000 rupees, and the Galaxy S8 is anywhere between 50 to 58,000 rupees. So that's 20 to 23,000 rupees extra. Should you spend that much more? Well, yes, you should. If you have the money, if you don't mind spending, if you're not an Android purist and you can bear with a slightly slower charging speed compared to the 5T, definitely. And yes, one important thing, if you don't need a dual camera, definitely go for the Galaxy S8. It has a beautiful display, it has the iris scanner which works like a charm, has brilliant cameras, and that gorgeous curved display is something I've come to love during the last 2 to 3 days. Now that said, if you're on a budget, if you're looking for a flagship but don't want to spend more than 30 or 40,000 rupees, without a hitch, without a doubt, go for the OnePlus 5T. So those were my initial impressions after I switched to the Samsung Galaxy S8. If you like this video, guys, like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to look at the description box below. There is a giveaway contest going on. The winners will be announced on the 31st of December 2017. Stay tuned, you have a lot more videos coming up. Goodbye.